Welcome to Good Finds, a podcast about finding good in the world and learning more about the work of Goodwill. I'm your host, Brent Watkins, Marketing Director at Goodwill of the Heartland. Today, we continue with the second in a three-part series that features Amanda and Janice, two Goodwill team members who work in our store located in Moline, Illinois. In this episode, we'll talk about the great relationship we have with our customers and touch on what I would describe as thrift culture. Amanda and Janice also share a little bit about their background and how they came to work at Goodwill. Plus, there's something you might not think about shopping for at Goodwill, but you should, because it can save you a ton of money. So let's dive right in. Let me talk about customers.
Yeah.
Is there an average customer, or what are kind of some of the personalities that shop our stores that stick out in your mind?
Oh, we have so many different personalities here, and we see their faces almost every day. They love shopping here, our customers do. And after working here for so many years, you just build a little relationship with them. They know you by your name. They call you, hey, what's up, girl? And, some will shop in here for hours. So
Absolutely. We have customers that come to the door every morning, and sometimes if they're not here, we are worried about them. Like, where have you been? We haven't seen you. Or the same thing, like when I became a specialist, they're like, I haven't seen you in a long time. I was worried about you. I'm like, they just got me in the back in the corner, just joking with them. But we also have customers from different countries. I'm very more talkative, and Janice is like, be quiet, Amanda. But I meet everybody, and every time I go out there and I talk, and I'm German, and I just learned about my ancestry. So we have a customer, she's actually from Germany. And so she told me, like, how I pronounce my last name is not even the right way to pronounce it. So I bring Janice out on the floor, and I'm like, what deals did you get? And she always shows me her cool deals. Because I always say, if I could, a lot of customers come shopping, and I'm like, how did you get that? Like, how'd you find that? And just how they shop, I'm like, I need to come shopping with you one day because it's just cool, So I'll show Janice, I'll be like, this is, teaching her or showing her about the lady and telling her about the lady, and then she becomes friends with her, and then we just see everybody.
Yeah, I even see customers that bring in their animals every day, just to find different animal clothing here to dress them up. They're always dressed different too when they come in. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's neat.
I think it's really cool because my son is 20 years old, and his girlfriend, their friends will come in here, and it's so cool to see them looking for stuff that we used to wear as kids, but it's like trendy to get your iced coffee and come in here and shop. So we get all from younger kids all the way until, older.
That's a good segue. What is kind of trending right now?
I would say vintage. Wouldn't you think?
Absolutely, vintage Levi's, a good quality crew neck. Bag.
Crew neck.
I love a crew neck. We just got on. She just joked.
I said, I hope they don't bring back the K-Swisses, the white ones.
I said the K-Swiss, it's over with. If it comes back, I'm gonna have the crisp K-Swiss classics. It's gonna be amazing. She was laughing at me so much yesterday, but. What's trending is like the older stuff, the old Gap, the old anything that you got made fun of as a kid, that's trendy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Like we said, what was it? Champion, different things like that, Reebok, all that stuff. Like me and Tammy were just talking about yesterday, the Reebok gum bottoms. My grandma used to mow the lawn in them, and now to wear that with a baggy outfit is cute and trendy. So we were also talking about yesterday, we just talk about everything all the time, but we were talking about
the quality.
The quality is a lot better these days, and that's what I think kids are looking for, is better quality, because there's so much fast fashion out here,
I was going to talk about that, because the high-end items that just are hard to get anymore. They're just hard. They're not as available as they used to be. You can still find them here, even though we're struggling too, because fast fashion, a lot of that stuff does get donated. It doesn't last very long. We try to weed it out, and we try to keep the quality high, but that, you get what you pay for. Isn't that truly the case?
I think nowadays a lot of people want instant. They want instant. They're going on the vacation, or they're going out for the weekend. They want that quick, cheap outfit. And
cute outfit, yeah.
They're not planning to wear it once or twice or anything like that.
Sure. But, have hip hacks made a comeback?
What is it?
Hip packs, fanny packs.
Oh yeah, like you've got different brands, but they're just wore different ways. They've made their own way. Kids think everything is cringe until they
more
put
like
it.
a crossbody now. I would
Yeah,
think.
kind of
Well,
like
see,
that.
my kids were real cringed by the fact that I wore my fanny pack
Or you said
way
cringe.
long. Huh?
Or you said cringe.
Yeah, I wore mine way longer than I should have. But that just goes to show you, like you said, what goes around comes around.
Yes.
If it's something that
Yeah.
was trending way back in the day, it's going to trend again.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, what else is on your list to talk about?
We were just talking about bedding. We were just talking about going to the
Yes.
mall.
Yeah.
Different. How
I don't think of Goodwill, honestly, when I think of bedding.
Yeah, that's just.
I know. It's crazy. I was telling her, I was like, the bedding is so expensive when you go out to, certain places.
Department stores.
Yeah, and purchase them, that you can get a really good deal here on bedding. And we get so much linens.
And I'll be honest, part of why I wouldn't think about Goodwill is like bedding. Ooh, I don't want something with a stain on it. I don't want to be grossed out. But we're very selective.
Oh, yes. We are very particular with
When
our
bedding comes, both of us, we pull it out. We look both sides, smells. If there's any smell to it, it could look perfect. It would not go out to
lightly
the
used
floor.
linens we
Absolutely.
have put out. And it's crazy.
Yeah,
how
we
much
always
put out.
think like, would you be able to wash it? That's a big thing. Like, is it washable?
Yeah.
Great.
But I was explaining to her about bedding. I was like, my mom just went on the department store and spent $180 on a really good quality bedding. And she just got a king mattress, and she said, these sheets, every time I get a sheet, they just
wear
beat
out so
up. It's like a
fast.
beading material. So I was like,
the quality is
The
just
thread counts down.
it matters.
Yeah,
Thread
it
count
does.
matters.
But I have seen the linens that come through here. I'm like,
For $2.99.
yeah.
That's a deal.
Can't beat that.
And we cannot shop if we work. So we have to
That's
come on
the
our day
toughest
off.
thing. A lot of people,
Yes.
let's talk about that too, because it's not like if you work at Goodwill, people think, oh, they must get dibs. They must get the best
Oh,
stuff
no.
before it goes out to the floor. And let's explain just right off the top.
Yes.
We get fired if we dip into the supply.
Absolutely. A big thing is like the first year of working here, it's just like, oh my goodness, I would like that so much. But then you get to the point where you're like, I'm just excited for somebody else to get this, to love it as much as me. But we only shop on our days off. We can go to another store if we are working that day, and say I was working at Bettendorf, I could go to Davenport and shop after work because I haven't been in that back room. So we want to make sure that everybody has the equal opportunity to
Right.
shop and get that good deal.
Right.
So by the time that we see something
All
we
the
like,
good deals are gone.
yeah.
See, that's why, honestly, that's the worst part about visiting our stores, because I work in our
Oh
headquarters.
yeah, then you don't get a chance.
And I get out to get to the stores,
Yes.
while I'm working, and I'll see something fantastic. Like I saw a brand new toaster oven.
Oh, yeah.
And it was brand new. And we were looking for a toaster, countertop toaster
Yeah.
oven. I'm like, too bad. That'll be gone probably.
That will definitely be gone.
by this
So then
afternoon.
you just got to switch your mindset
Yeah.
and say, that's going to be really nice for somebody,
Yeah.
and that's what I try to do.
But that's not to say I don't shop our stores. I mean, we can't shop the days we work,
Correct.
But let's face it, we wouldn't be here if we didn't love thrifting, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
So-
Yeah.
And I always come in like around, October when we're bringing our winter stuff to get snow pants and stuff. And that will just be on my list. Like, let me go to the other store on my weekend off and find winter stuff. So we all shop.
Tell me about your relationship between the two of you. I mean, you guys, you had mentioned, Amanda, that Janice had trained you. So what's your work relationship been like over the years?
5 years ago, when I trained her, she never went away. She's so clingy. No.
Yeah.
I trained her, in different areas. I feel like I created a monster because now she's like over topping me. Like we have this competition who can put out
very
more.
competitive.
Yeah, we are. And
some people don't understand. I mean, that the back room, the area people don't see. That's not the sales floor. Is a very busy place.
It is.
Because obviously you've got to process all of these incoming donations.
Yes.
We try to get them out to the floor as quickly as possible. That keeps you busy, doesn't it?
It does. And you know, we can throw out some racks, and racks are, 80 pieces of clothing on a rack, and sometimes me and her will get competitive and see who can put out more,
Or the fastest. By the end of the day, if I have a certain amount of racks, I always make sure I sort enough so she does, or we'll do the same. Or it's like a team, which is really, really nice. But throughout the day, we are very competitive. Or if something's on her side of the hamper, I'll grab it, and she'll say, "Get off my side." But it's really cool and soft because you're working with somebody and you're going through hampers, and the same in hard goods. And we do have customers in hard goods, they'll bring the same picture up, and one will be $199 and one will be $299. And they'll ask us, like, why is it two different prices? And I said, we have a few stations back there, so somebody could price it one day, or they could price it at a different station and they have a different price, or different price points are different if it's not a unit priced item. So
yeah, me and her, we have different ideas with prices. I feel like she's more trendy than I am. I learned a lot from her and the trends. Just working with her 8 hours a day, every day, almost every day.
Chance looks like it's terrible.
I've built a relationship with Amanda. So,
speaking of prices, again, that's a lot of kind of the negative stuff that we hear is, oh, your prices are too high. Now, personally, I'm like, I've never, that's the one thing I don't think when I shop Goodwill. I'm always thinking, oh my gosh, look at that for only, that $388.
I noticed when we came back from COVID, I was trying to find jeans because we wear jeans here at work, and all the jeans were like the jegging material or not like a solid jean. So to find that, or
which is trendy, right?
Yeah. And to find the jean that actually holds up and is durable, because you're lifting, you're moving around, you're processing stuff. And to get back to that later about thinking when you just come to work here that you're just going to be at a register, you do so many things here. But I was looking for jeans, and jeans were really hard to find. You go to different department stores and they're $30 to $40 for a basic solid jean. So when I found a pair here, I actually found 3 pairs of the same one that I'd pay about $40 for. And I got all of them because they were $6.99 each. So just for them 3 pairs, I paid less than I would pay for one pair. And that's a deal, like for a solid jean.
I found a Columbia mountain parka. Okay, so Columbia, big name for outdoor gear, and it was $48, and I thought, ooh, that's kind of steep for Goodwill. But I went online. This is a $450 parka. Okay, $48 is a steal.
Absolutely.
And if you were, say, a reseller, I mean, you could easily get $150, $200 for that.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the thing. I have a lot of customers. Like I said, I'm always out there on the floor talking to the customers, and they'll say, "This is kind of pricey. Extra $12 to $15 on a hoodie or different things like that." And I explained to them that the quality is nice, and also it creates for our program. It's not like we're pricing it up because we just want to be greedy. We're pricing it up to give you that value and also to contribute to our programs that we do.
And let's talk about that. So a lot of people don't know that our mission is to help people reach their full potential through education, training, and the power of work. Aren't you impressed I have that memorized?
Yeah,
I am very impressed.
And it's better than our old mission. Our old mission statement was a little complicated, and it was, it was to advance the economic well-being of people who face barriers to independence.
Oh my goodness.
We worked here a long time and can't do that.
So either way, the whole concept is that we are here as a nonprofit to help people get jobs, keep jobs, get the skills they need to find work, to improve their careers. That's what we're all about. Tell me a little bit about what that means to both of you.
It means a lot to me because I came in on that program. That's how I got hired.
Really?
Yes. I can't remember what the program.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. I can't remember exactly what the program at that time was called, but it was asking customers for, a donation of $1.
The Roundup program.
The Roundup program?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And that's how I came in, and that's how I received my job. And, after getting the job, I accomplished getting married, and I accomplished of buying my own home.
That was kind of like the key that unlocked the door to your future.
And ever since I've, worked here, I've been very happy with my workplace. So,
great. Yeah.
We also have a lot of veterans that's came to our store in particular, and they've worked here. I think we have 5 so far that's like started from just the vet program to full time. We had one actually become a manager, and then transferred to a different
I would
store.
say about 40% of veterans are employees here.
Yeah, and it's amazing seeing them get houses and jobs, and just joking with them and communicating, because sometimes they come in here solid, and I'm like, we're joking with them. And
well, in the Quad Cities here, we have a unique relationship with veterans and the VA. We have the Homeless Veteran Reintegration Program, or HVRP for short. And so there's a whole program that they have at our service center here in the Quad Cities, where we are going out finding veterans who are struggling with just having housing, having the basics, who are unemployed. We get them jobs. We help them get the skills they need to find an apartment or someplace to live.
Yes.
And so that's veterans are a big part of who we serve.
Yeah, and that's a big thing that I've learned working here is like, it's out of sight, out of mind. You don't think about it, you hear about it until you're working next to somebody and it's affecting them daily. Or we've had veterans that only can work a couple hours, or they can't be on the sales floor at this time, but I've watched them evolve and become on the register. It takes us, or people that haven't, veterans that have worked next to us that can't go out to the sales floor, and they learn that communication skill because they have other things going on. And then at the end of the time, they're just laughing, joking with us. And
we bring the fun out of them.
It's like a safe spot. So, you can go out and accomplish anything in your safe home.
Yeah.
So that's what we make.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to have to conclude our second part of this 3-part series featuring Amanda and Janice. We just talked about some of the programs and services Goodwill offers to help people reach their full potential. As always, you can find out more about our programs or any aspect of our organization on our website at goodwillheartland.org. That's goodwillheartland.org. In our next episode, we'll talk about the disturbing trend known as fast fashion and how it's led to a decline in the quality of clothing. Plus, on a positive note, we talk about shoes, because if you're into shoes, well, we've got you covered, especially if you're into customizing shoes to make your creations truly one of a kind. As always, be sure to subscribe to the Good Finds podcast so you don't miss a single episode. And until next time, remember, all the good finds are at Goodwill.